I am getting ready for, I have a meeting tonight. And so that's what I'm going to be getting ready for. These particular meetings are televised, so I like to have just a little bit of a little more coverage than I usually do. And so, and I'm going to want it to last. Also want to concentrate a little bit on thinning out this whole area. I did an AI comparison photo, and because I wanted to see what they would have said that I needed to look a little bit better. And so it looked like the outcome was this was more contoured, and the eyebrows were a little darker, and the part in the hair was a bit different. And of course, they took out all the wrinkles, but we know that's not going to happen. But the other things I think I can employ just to see, what happens, and see if I like it, and see if I can duplicate it in any way. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead, and I think I'm going to just actually spray my face with my e.l.f. Dewey, and this is just a setting spray. This is it's a nice light formula, and I like it quite a bit. And then I'm going to use also another e.l.f. product, the liquid poreless primer. I'm going to use that as well today. I've got a lot of e.l.f. products I'm going to be using today. I'm going to first start off though with my Tula probiotic under eye. This is just a nice eye balm, and I like the way it feels. It's nice and cooling and super hydrating, and that's a really nice one. And then I'm going to use just a chapstick. Anyone will do. It doesn't have to be Aquaphor. I use my chapstick in a few areas for me. Okay, and so I'm going to use the poreless primer now, and I have some deeper acne scarring on my face, and so I find that this helps with that. And I'm dotting it in because I just put the chapstick on there, so I don't want to lose that. I am going to concentrate a little bit more today on in here, but today I think I'm going to do kind of a stacking. So I'm going to do it underneath and on top of foundation. When we get to it, I'm going to use an angled brush and my setting spray. Also today, usually when I do my under eyes, I like to set it with a translucent powder, which most people do, but instead I think today I'm going to use my setting spray to set it instead, and no powder at all, and see how I like that. Okay, so now obviously this is quite different, but that's okay. That's what I'm aiming for. I want it to be noticeably darker than what I'm going to be putting with it. And what I'm going to be putting over it, I should say. I'm going to be using my Halo Glow. I love this applicator, and contrary to what a lot of people do, I am going to take a color that is not any lighter at all. I'm going to take a color that is about the same color as the darkness that I'm trying to hide underneath my eye. I'm going to take my finger because I like the warmth of my finger to kind of melt that. And I want to make this all one color. Now, right here, you can see that there's a difference in between this darker kind of a gray area and then this skin right here. This skin right here is kind of white. Well, if I fill this in with this color, voila, that is gone. That is gone. Okay, so yeah, that doesn't look the greatest right now, but it will. Okay, and so we're gonna do the same thing over here. I have a little lightness right there, and right here, and right here. Okay, so just taking my finger. I still haven't found a great nail thing. I think I'm gonna just go back to the actual dip because the gel is too thin and they just keep ripping still. Okay, and so now I'm gonna go ahead and do what we talked about. Get rid of that as well. I see a little bit of light right there. Okay, so that is all one color. Now, today I'm going to use something a little heavier. I'm going to use this is another e.l.f. I was wearing the Age Defy by, who is this? L'Oreal? CoverGirl, sorry, CoverGirl. I was using that. I love the beads in that, and I love that for the summer. But tonight I'm gonna need something a little heavier. So this is the satin flawless, what is this? Flawless Satin Foundation, and it's really nice. I have, this is It by Under Eye, and but instead of using it under eye, I'm going to use it on my marionette lines. Oopsie. And around my bluing and broken capillaries and such. And so I just want to tap that in because I still have, and I still want my chapstick. The under eye, I usually use my concealer, but I'm out of the one that I like, which, well, it's not one that I like, but it's the one that I had was Tarte. And that was sticky enough to hold on to any of my eyeshadows without using an eyeshadow primer. I like the least amount of product on my skin as I can get because I am an older woman and I need to use the least amount I can get. Even this is overkill because I, you know, I have the wrinkles and stuff and I don't want anything exacerbating that, and makeup's going to do that. Go ahead and spray that really well. And I'm just going to pat that. Now I can see that contour, but it looks very natural because it's on our first like stack. I need my Laguna NARS and a fluffy brush, and I'm going to I'm gonna start off right here and go up here, but I'm also gonna do the old-fashioned E or 3, however you wanna. It's funny, some of the younger people think that it's a new thing. Oh, it's funny. But how do you know? Unless you know. And then I'm going to use my Luminoso. Get those ears, put a little sparkle. And here it. Then to put, I'm going to use my Symphony, and this is by J-Cat, Symphony Face Obsession, and I'm going to use the darker one that you can see the pan because I use it so much, and so I'm going to use that to grace the neck a little. And I've got a collared shirt on tonight, so you can't really it's a collared shacket is what it is. It's cute, it's pink, it's actually adorable. It looks almost like a Liz Claiborne, except for it's because it's got like the houndstooth, baby houndstooth, and then it's got the actual pink plaid, so it's really cute. Okay, so yeah, let's use our Tahiti. This is Putty Primer, and this does not have any luminosity in it at all. And you really do need to put, I think you really need to put this on with your fingers. And I have to wash my hands after I'm done putting my makeup on, but this really is the only way that I found to actually, you know, melt it on there and make it look more natural. Okay, boy, that's so light though. That looks really pretty. And the reason I choose a darker color like that is because I have a hooded eye, and these little darker colors help me get rid of that. And I like using these bigger brushes because it just makes it so much quicker and easier to do like what I'm doing, you know, just a general wash at first. It's just to kind of like set the palette, the base of my palette here for my eye. Get rid of that big of a brush, and I grab my smaller brush, my actual, let's see, so we're gonna try, this is a really pretty kind of shiny, icy pink, and I'm gonna put that. Yeah, her colors are great. It's a great color payoff. There is no fallout at all. And they've got a creamy background. So on my older skin, it doesn't look crepey when I put it on. You know, sometimes when you put lighter colors on as you age, it gets into all the lines and really shows them up. Not on these. Is that plum? It's beautiful. And I do like putting these on with the heat of your finger. I think it brings out the sparkle in it. Just gonna usually I put the sparkle in the middle over the iris, but I always do that, so I'll just shake it up a bit. Okay, that's beautiful. It's really pretty. Gosh, I'd use that as a blush. Golly. Yeah, she really does a good job. Brown lip liner on today. And set my lips. Now is the time that I would normally set under my eyes with, you know, the translucent powder. I'm gonna go ahead and get some It Bye Bye probably next time I get powder. Almost out of this translucent. But so instead of using the powder today, I want to use my setting spray. So I'm gonna take I'm hoping that that will give me the power stay that I need without modeling my makeup or making it separate. But most importantly, without putting powder of any kind on there to make it just set with just the lightest of touches with this spray. So I'm really hoping that will work. And while I'm at it, and so we shall see. I will let you know if it doesn't work. Oh yeah, I lightened my hair. I show you guys the color I used. It's a toner. It's not really, I didn't lighten it. I toned it to a more, what is it? It's an ash blonde, I believe, or yeah, ash blonde. And so I like the tone. It's not as brassy, and yeah. And so I put my hair in curlers instead of using my curling iron this time. All right, so let's go ahead and get to curl my eyelashes, and we'll be right back. All right, and I am using Panorama, and that is L'Oreal, which I love the matte inks. And then if you just blend that in with your finger, it's so much more natural. Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna do, I wanted to try, now I've got these stamps still, which is not the way I wanted to go as far as the look on the eyebrows, but I'm trying to see if I can make this anything like what the AI had at all. And I think this is called Kaxier, Kaser, I don't know. And this, it comes with 3 different kind of stamps, and this one's pretty much my my shape. And so just a little darker is what they were showing me in the AI rendition of a better look for, I think it was the Cosmo app, for a better look for you. And so and they were a little bit thicker too. So And the cream that the pomade, it's not really a pomade, it's more of a powder, but it is waterproof. Okay, so let's keep going. Pretty much put it where you already have your own eyebrow almost, or where, you know, it would be. Okay, so I'm gonna take my chapstick, hyaluronic acid, and just tap that in. And for me, I like doing that. It kind of lets that hyaluronic acid kind of sit there a little longer because it's kind of trapped in the wax chapstick, and so it just kind of sits in there and it can't really go anywhere. And I find that it makes my neck, that's pretty crepey, look just a little bit more soft and less textured. So that's just a me thing, but that's what I like to do. Okay, so this is a pretty look. It's subdued, and I do like the hair color, and I did a tiny trim on it, and I like that as well. Let's see. So what I am going to do though is I'm going to take a flat kabuki and just make sure nothing's out of place. Just kind of dab that around, just kind of pushing it in, especially up here where my deeper wrinkles are. Instead of using a powder for my setting, to set my under eyes, I used e.l.f. setting spray. I'm using just a spray because I want the littlest amount of, I don't want powder underneath my under eye. It just makes it look dry and older. And so I want to keep this, and this is Dewey setting spray. I imagine it could be any setting spray, but I wouldn't do a luminous setting spray because if you do have lines underneath your under eyes, that would really show those off, and that's what we're trying not to do. So I would not use a luminous one, but the Dewey one is not quite luminous. It's just a hair under luminosity, if that makes sense. And I think that looks really natural. I think I will let you guys know. We also darkened the eyebrows and made them a little thicker because we were trying to kind of replicate the AI rendition of what I would look like. I think they had my hair parted like that or something like that. Just a little tiny little differences that I thought, well, you know, let's see what did they do besides take away all the wrinkles, of course. But yeah. So, and I really think I'm gonna like using this as a setting mode instead of powder under my eyes. But we'll see how it pans out tonight. I've got a bit of a night ahead of me. All right, guys, we will see you here next time, and thanks for watching. Bye.